What's going on, everybody? Welcome to the Wrestling Junkies podcast. I'm Eric, Mr. Cincinnati Robinson. As always, I am joined by the podcast dad himself, Chris Hoops. Hoops, how you doing, man?
You want to read that again?
Well, I was gonna introduce him. I'm gonna get to that.
No. What's my name?
What? I don't know what I just said. What did I just say? Did I
Read
call
my
him?
name.
Did I call him? Oh God. Okay. All right. That one slipped past.
Say it again.
That one slipped past.
Say it again.
I am joined by the podcast papa, Chris Hoops.
Thank you.
Hoops, how you doing?
Thank you. You may have created a monster. I'm just gonna let you know now.
I think that I did. That's fine.
Get ready for it. But we are joined by a guest, the one that I actually really enjoy. So let's get to it.
Yeah, we are joined once again by King Chris. King Chris, how are you, my friend?
I am pleasant this evening, and I'm glad to speak to my loyal peasants and loyal servants tonight and talk about some Elimination Chamber. So I am very glad to be with you guys tonight.
I think I created two monsters here, but
you just call me a peasant.
Yeah, not you. You guys are my superiors at the moment.
Okay.
At the moment, but the kingdom will grow, and
we're the right hand. We're the right hand men, all right.
I am the man. I don't know what you're talking about.
Anyway, thanks so much for joining us for this episode. We have our official Elimination Chamber preview show. So, again, hit that QR code in the top left corner. Like, share, subscribe. Help us to run those numbers up. We dropped 5 great interviews today. So, thank you to everybody that has had a chance to check those out. That's probably the biggest content dump that I think we've done ever. But I think if there was ever a weekend for it, it's this one, right?
That's right. My biggest dump in a while.
There you go. That's what we like to hear. Anyway.
It's Friday, man. Come on.
Yeah, I know. I'm here.
No, I'll be with you in like, what?
I know,
couple
like
hours?
90 minutes. Yeah. Give or take. Yeah. Podcast dad's getting out for the night. I'm proud of him.
We're gonna see how long I can last. Give or take a half hour.
Dude, it's not gonna be a super late night. No.
Well, no, because we have a big old alarm clock for the big show tomorrow. Are you ready?
I've got like 5 alarms set, man. I'm definitely ready.
Okay. All right.
Okay. Now can we start the show?
King Chris, are you going to wake up for this?
I don't plan on going to bed. Yeah, I'm gonna run it all the way through. So we have I have old WrestleManias and old Royal Rumbles to go through.
Look at this.
Man.
Look at this.
High speed.
I like it. Yeah. Nah, he'll be all right.
What's that last word you just said?
I said you'll be all right.
Speed?
No, that's not what I said. I said Godspeed.
And speed may have something to do with it, keeping me up that night. But
all right, okay.
All right. I kid.
This is off the rails, man.
This is off the rails.
Seriously, we're not even 4 minutes into the show.
Yeah.
You guys ever had boba tea? It's delicious.
You were not the first person this week to tell me that.
Really good.
I don't know. There's something about just chewing balls of tapioca as I sip something that,
Yeah, I have my size. Don't let my size fool you. I've yet to have boba tea.
Yeah, no, it's I don't know. Maybe I'll have to try one sometime.
I'm blowing by that joke that the Papa was insinuating right there.
Yeah, no, because we're professionals, and I appreciate you doing that. I saw the look on his face, okay? He looked at me in that tone of voice.
Mm-hmm. I didn't say a word.
Come on. I know you didn't, but your face said everything.
I didn't say a word.
The way that it always does. Anyway, Elimination Chamber is this weekend, coming from Perth, Australia. We will have our official predictions here tonight. Let's just dive right on into it, boys. First match, let's start with the Women's Elimination Chamber. In this match, we have Tiffany Stratton, Becky Lynch, Naomi, Raquel Rodriguez. I'm pulling the graphic up. If anybody else can help me out there, that would be great.
Liv Morgan?
Yes, there we go. And who are the other 6? I can't do math today, guys. I'm sorry.
I don't even know where you are.
Yeah.
I'm trying to find everybody in the match.
Becky,
Liv.
Tiffany, Liv,
and Bianca.
Bianca.
Yeah, there we go. Bianca. Sorry. Yeah. Slow day, boys. Excuse me. So yeah, let's kick it on over to the king. He's been itching to talk here. So who you got in this match? What are you looking forward to most about this match?
Well, I will save my prediction until later, but I am really, really looking forward to Liv and seeing what she can do coming back from the injury and seeing how she can perform. I am also looking forward to Tiffany Stratton. Like, I'm really the spotlight that the WWE has put on her. They are putting a rocket ship on her, and having the segment where she starts the fight on Monday Night Raw and goes after Bianca and then shoves Liv. I really think there's going to be a couple spots within the Elimination Chamber that really highlights her and her abilities. So I'm really excited to see what they do there. Do I think she's going to win? No, but I my dark horse is Liv just because of that. I hate to go chalk, but I mean this is set up for Becky, right? I mean, what are we talking about here? The segments with even going back to the kickoff show and the kickoff press conference saying, well, mommy's now going to know how it feels to be a bottom. I mean, that's setting up for a WrestleMania match, and I don't see it going any other way.
Double P, what you got?
Yeah, this is a pretty stacked chamber. I'm excited for the match. I wish the outcome didn't seem as obvious as it seems, and maybe there's a swerve there from the Booker of the Year, but I don't know if maybe it is so obvious that they do change. We don't know what Bianca's doing at Mania. She was also at the kickoff show. Like we have no idea what that plan is. I think if I did have the dark horse, mine would be Bianca Belair because look at her record at Mania. She's undefeated. She's been in the title match. She knows what she's doing. She's a big time match. That is a big time feud between her and Rhea. Their careers have kind of been intertwined throughout so far. You can't tell me you wouldn't enjoy that match. You wouldn't enjoy that feud. However, I do think this is pretty painfully obviously set up for Becky Lynch. Whether that's good or bad, we will have to decide after the match. But I'm almost at the point where I'm going, like, is this too obvious? Are we?
Yeah.
Are we reading too much into it? Like, are they trying to do this? Could this be a moment where we get a match run back between Tiffany Stratton and maybe Becky Lynch at Mania? Is that something we could see? Where they tore it up in NXT. Could we get the match between Jade and Becky? We don't know. Like, we don't know what Jade's involvement's going to be at Mania either. I'm gonna go Becky, but part of me's going, man, they might swerve us.
Yeah, I mean, especially with excuse me, what we've seen already from how they've treated this road to WrestleMania as far as the men's side of the card. I mean, you never know what's going to happen at this point, and I agree with you both. Tiffany Stratton's going to have this is going to be a standout performance for her inside the chamber this weekend. I mean, this is unfortunate as it was for Charlotte. This is a perfect place. I mean, we've talked about Braun Breaker kind of taking that Brock Lesnar spot in the Rumble and seeing what might happen on his road to WrestleMania and if he'll get that creative. Tiffany Stratton is tailor-made to take anything that they may have had in mind for Charlotte Flair, because you have to think, if there were no knee injury, Charlotte's probably going to be in this match too, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So I would have to assume so.
Yeah, I mean, and I would like to see Tiffany and Becky mix it up one more time. That would be a fun backup plan, I think. Realistically, if we're not picking Becky Lynch to win this match, I'm probably going to go. I'd probably have to go Bianca. I mean, as much as I love Liv and love the revenge tour that she's on, are we getting Liv Morgan white hot with 43 days to go at WrestleMania when we've already got Bianca who's already ready?
Yeah.
The only reason I didn't go Bianca there is I'm just holding out hope that there's going to be a Jade program, whether it's the one-on-one and Jade somehow screws her out of the Elimination Chamber, or there's a tag team opportunity there. And then setting up for a Jade Bianca matchup at SummerSlam. I'm just holding out hope. That's why I was leaning towards Liv. You have the story right there with the former tag team kind of put out of commission by the Judgment Day, and with Rhea Ripley. I mean, you have this backing and story and history behind there. That's why I was leaning that way. But again, it's me just holding out hope.
Yeah, I don't know if you're going into Mania trying to have the biggest matches possible. Like, I don't know if like Eric said, if Liv is there quite yet.
Who's Eric?
Yes, I know. His alter ego, Mr. Cincinnati, over there. One name we haven't really talked about is Naomi. I think Naomi is going to have, an athletic just showcase in this match. I think she'll have a great showing, but I need something for her out of this too. So I'm hoping we get some kind of feud for her out of this chamber. Could that be a Tiffany Stratton, vehicle? It seems like Naomi's come back, did the Rumble, and that's about it so far. So I'd like to see something big for her.
Yeah, Naomi Tiffany. That would actually that'd be a fun WrestleMania match. I can get behind that for sure.
Yeah, I could see that.
Yeah. So there is a pre-show match. I didn't realize that this was going to be added, but Kabuki Warriors will be taking on Candice LeRae and Indy Hartwell for the Women's Tag Team Championships. I feel like this is a pretty unanimous pick here at this point. I mean, if they want to do anything with these tag team titles, they have to keep them on Kabuki Warriors. There has to be a run of dominance here. Wouldn't you say, Your Majesty or Your Highness?
Of course.
Whichever.
Yes. I'll take either.
Thank you for addressing me as well.
Wow.
This is a pop for Indy back in her home country. That's the whole reason for them being on this card. What time does the pre-show kick off?
Oh God.
I didn't factor that into our plans. Is this now a 3 a.m. kickoff?
Alarm set for 3:30.
It might have to be set for 2:30.
Oh Jesus. That's the only match though so far that's got a pre-show here.
So far,
or pre-show match anyway.
There's a lot of talent over there, except for R-Truth. He went to Austria. Did you see that online?
I did see that. God, leave it to him to figure out how to.
He makes it, man.
He does.
He does. All right, well, I'll figure this out, but I would imagine.
This is good podcasting. Thank you, Mr. Cincinnati.
See, you know what? Well, you're supposed to. You know the rule, okay? If somebody's looking something up, the other person vamps. I didn't think I had to explain this 122 episodes in.
Are you yelling at me?
I am, actually.
Remember, I'm over at your place tonight. I know where you sleep.
Your points? Okay.
And there are a bunch of blunt objects that you have on the ceiling over there.
Hey, you leave the belts out of this, all right? Don't
start about that stupid bee.
That's not really a blunt object.
I'll make it one.
I mean, it looks. No, it looks hefty, but it's not. Okay, it's just.
Well, kind of like the team, right? You walked into that one, my friend. Sorry about that.
Are you? No, you're not. You know what? No. It's okay. It's all right. You're not getting. All right. Okay. I'm not doing this with you today. All right.
You gotta spend.
So leave the teams out of it. It's the offseason. Oh, Jesus Christ. Okay. Anyway, Kabuki Warriors getting that win. Tag Team Championship. We've got Judgment Day taking on British Strong Style, or whatever their new name is on SmackDown, but I don't like it, so I'm going to call them British Strong Style.
What is it? Catch Republic Union or something?
Something like that.
Catch Republic Crew, or I don't know.
Yeah, everybody wants names like these now. I blame William Regal.
Mm-hmm. How dare you?
If it wasn't for Blackpool Combat Club, will we see all these other groups coming up with these names, huh?
Well, it's Club. It's not Cub, but that's fine.
This guy can't even say championship correctly, and you know what? No.
What do you mean championship?
Nope.
What's wrong with how I say championship?
Because you say North. Because okay, there's 26 episodes of Stump the Smart. Just go back and watch any one of them.
Okay.
Any one of them.
Well, judging by the B in the top corner and the belt in the back, I don't think you know how to say championship either.
Oh.
Anyway, so we got British.
Got him.
The both of you, okay? Not doing it. I'm not doing this with you. Double P, what you got for this match?
I think Judgment Day is going to win. It's not time for them to drop the championships so far. It's not time quite yet. So I think that'll be a Mania program with Awesome Truth. This match I'm sure will be fine. It'll be good. It's good to see British Strong Style get a showcase match here on a PLE and in front of a big crowd here at the stadium there in Perth. But yeah, I think Judgment Day is going to win.
Yeah, I second that. It doesn't make sense for them to drop it. I want them to drop it. I love British Strong Style. I'm very happy Pete Dunne is back as the cruiserweight instead of Butch. I was very confused with that whole pairing. Like I was supposed to forget all of the great matches he had in NXT and when he came up. But I really want to. I know it's going to be a great match. Brayton and him put on a great match every single time, and they make me excited about the tag team division moving forward. It's just not the time right now. It's setting up for the Awesome Truth to take it at Mania.
Yeah, no, I'm going to agree here. And hopefully, as we start to progress towards WrestleMania with this Awesome Truth storyline, I also hope that there may be some inkling that they're going to split these titles up. It's way past time to do it. And I think after WrestleMania should be the fresh start for that. I mean, I don't know if we're going to see a draft or a superstar shakeup or anything like that, but I do think that, if there's one major move that they need to make coming out of WrestleMania, it's splitting those tag team titles. There are plenty of teams on both brands now that they don't have to worry about it. You're also seeing names from NXT that have gotten some rub and come up, even if they're jobbing out to people. That's still a viable use of the third brand to feed these other tag teams here. So, yeah, I mean, I think that this is a pretty easy one. It's gonna be it's a nice night for Judgment Day tomorrow night.
Or morning.
Well, tomorrow night for them.
You're so accommodating.
No, well, I guess tomorrow. I try. Thank you. You guys don't recognize that.
That would never happen in my kingdom, but
Yeah, I know. This is what we have to deal with. I know.
Got it. Okay. Anyway, can we talk about the men's chamber match now? We've got.
Wow. Okay.
What?
Nothing. What? I'm surprised you're saving Rhea and Nia for last, but we can talk men's chamber.
Well, Papa H is doing the exact same thing. Is that all right with you?
Are they really main eventing?
Yes, they're main event. It's Rhea Bloody Ripley. Do you really think they weren't main eventing?
Yes, I did.
Surprise, mother.
That's crazy. Okay, let's talk men's chamber. We'll talk about it, but let's talk men's chamber.
Okay, so we have got Drew McIntyre, Randy Orton, Bobby Lashley, LA Knight, Kevin Owens, Logan Paul. Yeah. This is again another stacked chamber. It feels like I went back and watched last year's and I forgot it was for the U.S. title, and the fact that this is now no more contendership for a world title is pretty awesome.
It was?
But it was, yeah.
Who was the U.S. champion?
Austin Theory.
Oh shit. Okay. All right.
Yeah. So anyway, I think and we've talked about this so much this week. I think the big, or at least the one to watch in this match is Drew McIntyre, because as far as we know, no contract has been signed, so there's no way to know kind of what his plan is for the month or so after WrestleMania and what he's thinking here. But I think again, we've talked about this as far as this being kind of the big test of, okay, what kind of showing is he going to have? Order of elimination is going to kind of give you an idea of what they think of him internally. So, Your Highness, let's start with you. What are your thoughts on this match?
The obvious pick here is Drew, and just with the run he has and just the obvious setup. But I go back to what the Papa said. Is this so obvious that we're missing a swerve and that we're missing something here and not picking up on all the clues? The press conference they had at 11 p.m. last night, which I stayed up for, and I regretted it early this morning. But there was the obvious ploy with Logan Paul and Kevin Owens, but then Randy Orton are they going to have something? Then Drew's going to come in. There's so many questions, but that's a whole nother tangent that I'm going to go on later. But yeah, Drew's the obvious pick here.
Yeah, and I think it's a case of this one is obvious, but I think they're going to go obvious. I think it's Drew and Seth, right? It has to be Drew and Seth at Mania. And I think Drew's going to win at Mania. But it starts tonight. If Mr. Cincinnati, Eric Robinson, whatever you guys want to call him, he has predicted that we will know very early on tomorrow if Drew has resigned, whether he is eliminated early or whether he wins. He wins, I'm going to assume he's resigned. If he's eliminated and doesn't win, I'm going to assume he doesn't resign. And I don't even think I think it's that cut and dry. If he doesn't win, I don't think he's resigned. If he does win, I think he has. And I agree with what King Chris is saying with some dark horses in there. I think Randy Orton is the dark horse. Seth came out earlier this week, said he would love to wrestle Randy again at Mania. Randy doesn't have a clear path to Mania right now. I could see that happening. I don't think any of the other four are there. I think Kevin Owens, Logan Paul, LA Knight are going to be intertwined in the U.S. title, which I think might end up being a ladder match at Mania with just multiple guys getting on the card, filling that role. And then a Bobby Lashley, I just don't think he's there right now. They haven't built him up enough. I don't think if he won, I think that would be shocking, right? That would be absolutely insane. But I think his program will be with Final Testament there at Mania. So yeah, I think Drew is the obvious choice. I think Drew is the right choice, and I want to see this match.
Yeah, I mean, this heel run has been some of the best work he's done in a long time, and he was getting very, very stale as a babyface, and while it was awesome during the pandemic era, just the last year and a half or so, it's just we needed a little bit more something out of him, and previous regime seemed content in keeping him where he was, but now he's getting to show his personality and be a troll on social media. Like this is perfect for him, and we still have another 5 to 7 months until CM Punk is back. Drew wins this title. He's already got a program set for when Punk is back. So let's say that is a SummerSlam or a Bash in Berlin. I mean, that's a marquee matchup. Again, another one of those things that would give you an idea that McIntyre has re-signed. So I'm still going to say Drew. I think that we will see some interference or something from Karrion Kross that prevents Bobby from winning this match. He and Scarlett are also over in Australia. So
I thought they were in Thailand.
I thought they were in Australia.
I thought I saw a post that they were in Thailand.
Oh, okay. Well,
I don't know how far that is from Australia. I don't know my geography. But
King Chris, do you know?
Do you think the Bloodline gets involved in this at all?
Ooh,
they helped Drew win on Raw. And is this going to continue to mess with Seth?
I think that this is.
I wasn't asking you.
That was more to. Oh,
I was asking the King.
Yeah, you're right. Sorry, that's my bad.
Thank you. I don't. If I'm just blind to just what they're putting out there, are they even making the trip? I'm not sure. If they're going to be there, I would love to see them interfere somehow, setting up that story for a tag match on night one. But I don't see. You can't have too many interferences there, and like the Karrion Kross in the Final Testament, I could see that happening because I keep forgetting Bobby Lashley's even in this chamber. He's the weak link to me, and you need to set up that program somehow. And I feel like that's the obvious way. We want to stay obvious. Let's do the obvious thing. You can't have too many interferences, because then it becomes just a Royal Rumble at that point. So I don't think that they're going to show up. Maybe they have like a promo that comes up and plays mind games or something along those lines. So I don't think the Bloodline's going to show up and interfere. My question off of this is, what does Sammy do? Because if Drew's going to win this, he kind of has the standoff with Drew as well. Like, is he in that title picture? Does he have something to play? I just am kind of contradicting what I just said. But it's that looming question of what's Sammy's program moving forward. Because I thought it would be with Drew if Drew didn't win.
I mean, call me crazy, but Sammy Gunther also will be fun at WrestleMania.
That's what's going to happen.
It's a very short list. I mean, Gunther, Chad Gable, I would say.
Sammy's someone who he hasn't beaten yet.
It's also true, yeah.
So, that's a fresh feud.
Yeah, and I mean, it's not like it's going to take that long to get a match like that set up. I mean, the story tells itself. Longest reigning Intercontinental Champion ever defending his title. It's already prestigious enough as it is, whoever gets that spot.
Mm-hmm.
Hopefully it is one of those two guys. I mean, we'll certainly see. I mean, Sammy's got the underdog from the underground vibe again with the string of losses he's eaten. So I would imagine we're going to start to see the upswing coming out of this weekend.
Yeah, and I think Sammy's a very credible guy to take the title off Gunther.
Yeah.
But so is Chad Gable. So is it a triple threat at that point?
Is Chad Gable?
still think he is. Again, much like Sammy, you can heat him up now. Yes, we saw. I mean, it's no different than any other underdog you're seeing. Give me that one more chance, just one more chance to prove that I can beat you. Like, no, he doesn't have to offer it up. It's no different than Swerve Hangman either. I have no reason to offer you a rematch, but we're gonna do it anyway. I mean, that's kind of the same vibe.
Yeah. My thing is still, it's just Sammy hasn't challenged for that title yet, so I don't know why you would insert a Chad Gable in there if you already have that fresh program. I mean, yeah. I'm not arguing the fact that I would love for Chad Gable to take the title off Gunther. I don't know, like, since what do we always talk about, Eric? It's the follow-up. Since that title match, Chad Gable hasn't done anything. So
hey, he tapped Ivar.
Okay, I tapped Ivar. So let's like. And one more thing before we move on, we'll get Eric's prediction. He can talk about it offline. But King Chris mentioned you can't have too many interferences, or it'll end up like a Royal Rumble match, or Roman Reigns title reign. So
true.
All right, Eric, who's winning?
I don't know. I'm gonna say Drew. If it's not Drew, I'm gonna say Randy. Because why not? So now it's main event time, gentlemen. Rhea Ripley, Nia Jax for the the Women's World Championship, I'll say. I mean, let's be honest here. Rhea Bloody Ripley, hometown hero, main event. I mean, there's too much there's too much to love about this story. So, I mean, she's cruising to WrestleMania right now at this point. Okay.
The Perth screw job is coming back. No, I'm just kidding. This is obvious. I mean, if Rhea doesn't win, we riot. That's all I have to say.
Yeah.
I'm very intrigued that this is main eventing. I get it from the Rhea Ripley aspect.
Mm-hmm.
But like, how long do we think this match is actually going to be? 10 minutes? 12 minutes?
Yeah, but another thing we should also consider is there is still the Grayson Waller effect.
You think that main events?
As far as, it could. I mean, I don't know if The Rock is over there. I don't know if, I don't know. You have to think the next chapter of whatever's going to happen in this overall Universal title story is going to happen here at the show. But I don't know. I could see them wanting to end with Rhea and Nia. I mean, again, it's a hometown hero, and then 2K cover athlete. Like, ride that momentum. Her winning the title, no matter what it is, that crowd's gonna go apeshit.
Yeah, yeah. I don't know. I don't love them main eventing, but it's fine. Is this card too predictable?
That's the exact question I was going to ask. Is this too much of a chalk?
Yeah.
And PLE?
Because we have all gone chalk here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, but at the same time, is this really the worst thing in the world to have the predictability here at this as opposed to at WrestleMania? Because at that point, once these matches are set, anything can happen.
I swear to God, if Cody doesn't finish his story.
I don't know if I can do it another year if he doesn't.
There's no way.
You can just.
Well, you have to do what The Rock says. You need to get up, lose, dust it off like a man, and move on. If he loses his story again.
See, here's what I don't understand about that promo. What does the winner of the Royal Rumble get every single year? Anyone? You look to set. Do you have a thought there, King Chris? What is it that everybody gets?
They get a world title shot.
And they get to choose exactly. They get to choose that champion. So, yes, he has lost twice, but God forbid that we have to go through this for a third time. That will always still be his choice. It's literally how it works. Like, I don't know what more.
Did he make you mad?
Yeah, a little bit.
Did The Rock make you mad?
Yeah, he annoyed the hell
Then
out of me.
he did his job.
Yeah.
That was the whole point.
Yeah.
The Rock is now so engulfed in himself that Logic doesn't go and do any of his promos, and it pisses everybody off.
Yeah.
That is the point.
Well,
We're supposed to get mad.
yeah.
It's not supposed to make
Also,
sense.
Another reason that Rhea and Nia might main event, Nia Jax was also born in Australia, so that's a fun one of those history things that they may want to use. And also, outside of Evolution, this is the first PLE in company history to have more women's matches than men's.
Wow.
Yeah, gotta love it.
Nice.
All right, gentlemen, we're clocking in about 30 minutes here. Any final thoughts on this card, King Chris?
Like I said, this is very predictable. I'm very excited. That doesn't mean I'm not excited to watch it. I love Elimination Chamber matches. They deliver every single time. But yeah, nothing really outside of the chalk. I'm just ready for WrestleMania to be here, and this is that roadblock for me to get to WrestleMania.
Yeah.
Two thoughts. I love the international pay-per-views.
Mm-hmm.
Let's make it on American time, please, because I think this is going to be a struggle for a lot of people to watch. But it'll be a unique experience, so I'm excited for that. But yeah, consistently doing this might be tough. And then two, you already got rid of the PLE named Hell in a Cell. You already got rid of the PLE named TLC. Change Elimination Chamber to No Way Out, please. Thank you.
Okay. Yeah. No. This is yeah.
One final thought. I'm sorry, Mr. Cincinnati.
No, right.
The king has to speak. Did anybody? Okay. You guys saw the press conference last night, correct?
Most of it, yes.
No.
Did anybody realize how polite the crowd was? That's one thing that I realized. For like 2 seconds and then got dead silent to hear everybody speak. The boos were like boo, and then didn't prolong or anything. I'm not used to that, and it'll be interesting to see tomorrow night or this morning or tomorrow morning.
Yeah, I think they'll be a little bit more rabid tomorrow, which will be cool. Yeah, I'm so ready for this show. Again, it's just something different. We're used to the nighttime starts, but every once in a while it's cool to do something like this. Give it kind of a breakfast tailgate kind of a vibe, which I'm a big fan of. Yeah, I think the matches are going to be great. It does feel a little bit predictable, but especially with the Grayson Waller effect, that is where I think that we'll get a lot of that spontaneity. Is just you never know what's going to happen in those segments. So I do think that this will the trend of great shows will continue here. I don't think we'll be too terribly disappointed.
Yeah, I agree.
Yes,
love it. Well, that'll do it for this episode of the Wrestling Junkies podcast. Thank you guys so much for joining us. Make sure to hit that QR code in the top left corner. Like, share, subscribe, help us to run those numbers up. If you know one person that would enjoy this show, just share it with them and let them find out for themselves. We're trying to grow this community. So again, as always, for King Chris, thank you so much for being here. The last word belongs to you before we close out here.
Well, thank you for having me, my fellow squires, and you can find me in the club with a bottle full of bub. That's all I got.
Love it. Double P.
What?
Anything else?
Get ready. We're going to have a big time 30 minutes night at the bar. Hope you're excited because podcast dad is going to fall asleep.
No, you're not. Not if I can help it. I can help it.
Okay. I've been up since 3:30, so I might.
Okay. Well, for King Chris, and PP, I'm Mr. Cincinnati. Thank you so much for joining this episode of the Wrestling Junkies podcast. We'll talk to you guys soon.
No.